It's time for Don and Ron. You won't get this anywhere else.
Hey, welcome folks to another edition of Don and Ron. We don't have Ron again today. He's out working on some other airplanes, but thank you for joining us. One of the things we want to do is get you guys, when you listen to what we're doing here, if you like what we do, like us. But most importantly, subscribe to what we do. And if you got any comments, please send them to canddaviation@yahoo.com or patriotaircraftllc.com. What we're talking about today is sanding. One of the ways that we get the finishes that we have is we do a lot of elbow grease. To make sure that the paint turns out right, the surface has got to be right. Paint is no good if you're putting it over top of stuff that's not up to snuff. If you'll notice on this horizontal, we've got tape on here. And what we're doing is we're putting it where the bar is. And we're going to use this older horizontal as an example. If you look how this lays on top of it, there are cross braces inside of and under the material, and it's just under the surface. What we do is we go around and we basically push. Of course, we know where a lot of these are anyway, but we'll take this tape, this real simple thin masking tape, and we'll put it where the bars and the cross braces are at, so that as we're sanding, we can stay away from this area. So we'll sand up real close to this, and when we get everything all sanded, then one piece at a time, we'll pull it off, and we'll lightly sand here, gently sand it, because if you push down, you'll hit that bar, you'll hit that piece of metal, and what you wind up with is a line in the paint that you can't get rid of. So it's one of those crucial things we do. We also have another technique. Michael behind the camera today again, as usual. We have pieces of Lexan plastic that we've used. We've kind of cut it. We call them blades. If you notice, the edges are kind of rounded, and it's just thin old plexiglass is all it is, Lexan. And we sand all the edges so there's no sharp bends, no nothing. And it's just standard old plexiglass you can buy at Home Depot and Lowe's. Nothing special about it. This regular old Lexan sheet that we buy, and then we cut it up. And the blades will only last a certain amount of time anyway. But come on over here. This just happens to be Michael's fuselage. This is the 1945 J-3, all original, that we're restoring for him. But Michael, come up here real close so people can see this. Right now the fabric is already kind of touching that bar, okay? Well, if you sand that, like I say, you're going to see that bar in the sanding of the fabric. So what we do is real simple. We take the blade and we put it in there, and we go right above between the fabric. And you can almost see me kind of pushing out right here with it. And we place that in between the fabric and the bar. So we sand right here. So now this is a big entire flat surface, and so we don't have that line. And we'll just move that piece, you know, here, and we'll move it up and down, move it to a different spot, and we have the long one that reaches way down here. But we'll even get inside of the empennage of the fuselage, and we'll take these pieces of Lexan plastic and we'll stick them in there so that even the stringer on the side right here, we take and put that Lexan there. And so you don't have that ugly line anymore. So it's a nice, smooth, sanded finish. Now, if you want to know how much trouble it is to really do one of these right, I'm fixing to show you something pretty cool. Michael, come around to the other side. We got the side already taped. This has no tape on it. You can't see any bars, okay? You can't see the metal. Now come over here and see this. A little bit of difference, isn't it, guys and gals? So there's a lot of structure underneath it that, again, we can protect with our pieces of Lexan, and it's just one of our little techniques that we wanted to share with everybody of how we have our nice finishes. So again, thanks very much for tuning in to Don and Ron. Hopefully we'll have Ron again next time. But make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like us. We need you guys' help to get the word out, because we want to share all of our knowledge that we have, that we've come up with. We don't charge anything for it. We just want you guys to subscribe and like. And if you got comments, positive comments, we don't need negatives, okay? It's not one of those things. canddaviation@yahoo.com or Patriot Aircraft LLC at yahoo.com. Send us what you think you'd like to see, and if we're already doing it, maybe it's something we hadn't even thought about even sharing, some little detail. If we can help in any way, we'd love to. So thanks again for tuning in to Don and Ron.